boot, 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 bobbing along.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Emmy. We're child-free after infertility and newly living on a narrowboat. We're sharing our adventure here and you're welcome to join us.
Don't know why. I think one of my favourite activities since we've been on this spot is staring at the M25. I think I spent so many hours in miserable jobs sat on that thing that it's just quite nice looking at it from another perspective. It's almost quite peaceful just watching the world go by from down here.
The M25 has disappeared in the fog.
You doing, Em?
Good morning on the 2nd of December. I've just realised I treated myself to a cute building a tree advent calendar a few weeks ago and forgot. I'm only a little bit late though. This is going to be adorable.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so tree goes in anyway. Tree the first. And I just need number 2.
I see it.
Do you want to do number 2?
Sure.
Oh, well, it's hedgehogs. I thought you were just sticking it in any random slot then. I didn't realise 2 was right in front of you. Oh, it's cute already.
Yeah. Show me about the paracetamol and shot.
First Christmas present. Sort of. Just what I always wanted.
It's a 3rd cassette.
Yeah. And a toilet seat.
It's got wheels.
Yeah, I guess it's alright if you're just emptying the one.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't leak while you're doing so.
Good morning on Saturday. We're about to set off from Kings Langley and try and head towards Rickmansworth. A bit of drama this morning, actually past couple of days. There was a secret spider nest thing, so lots of baby spiders have been popping up. Which luckily baby ones aren't too scary, it's just the number of them, and Stu's been dealing with that. He's just dealing with it here. I won't show the baby spiders, but yeah, you can't really see them, they're very small, but I just don't like the thought of it.
I'm alright with spiders, but there is a limit to how many I want in my home.
Right, looking forward to a cruise, let's go.
Today we're going to cross the Rubicon, otherwise known as the M25. How you feeling?
Excited.
Yeah. Going to go into not quite London, but sort of London, otherwise known as Watford.
We've set off with some difficulty. It's really hard to get away from the bank, and then as we pulled away we were so close to that wide beam. It was quite stressful. But on we go. It's time to, we're off, we're away, time to enjoy.
It was struggling. We got the front out and then I couldn't get the back away from the bank because it was just shallow, I think. So
it's
we
a
were
bit
sort of
windy
dragging.
as well.
It's not too bad.
Felt like I could feel something.
Yeah.
Bye M25. Bye Kings Langley. Looks like our first lock is already open, which works well for us right now. Okay, the engine bay is full of water. Is it still coming in? Oh God.
But look at that.
Where?
In there. In the engine bay.
all this water around the weed hatch is making us think that's where it's coming in. Unless it just splashed up.
Don't see anything.
So we're thinking, because there was so much water at the top around the weed hatch, and then it had gone down, we think it might have been that the weed hatch wasn't closed properly. It looked closed, but maybe the lid wasn't tight enough. Because Stu's been running the engine, doing various tests, it doesn't look like any more water is coming in. And the way the water was all around the weed hatch and seemed to be coming from that way, like it had come from the weed hatch, flowed down and then overflowed into the engine bay. We think that's what's happened. I think we're thinking to go through this lock and then pull over the other side and check again.
Let's get through this lock.
Feeling so lucky that Stu sensed something wasn't right and he opened up and checked in the engine and saw all that water before we started going through the lock. So lucky that his instincts were spot on there. Also feeling lucky that no one else has come up needing to use the lock as of yet, because we're just in the lock trying to sort all this. I've only opened one paddle. I want to take it really slowly so that I can just close one paddle if, I don't know, if it's all a bit much and we need to stop going through this lock. We're literally just the other side of the M25. There it is still, in the other direction. Trying to clear the water from the engine bay by using litter pickers to absorb water in cloths and then squeeze it out. Quite tedious. There's definitely some oil in that water, but we've got the engine bay dry-ish. The water's out.
That oil's not surprising because there's always been a bit of residual oil in there.
Yeah, I think it's not a lot, but we'll put this dirty water in. We've got some, what do you call them, bottles. So we're setting off now. Goodbye Kings Langley again. Hopefully this time will be okay. We're hoping that it was that the weed hatch wasn't quite screwed on enough. Because if it's not that, that's worse, we think. So hopefully...
Because I feel like I can feel...
You think it's coming in again?
Yeah.
Okay. We just, 10 seconds later, basically, just panicked and decided to check, but it's still dry so far.
I think it's because this plate is vibrating quite a bit, and because normally we have the mats down, and I can't feel the vibration of the plate, but obviously because we've taken the mats up to check, I can feel the plate vibrating, and I just got really worried that it was like water hitting against the hatch. Right.
This is actually very pretty here.
Yeah, I told you this straight.
Yeah. I've just realised I left my favourite windlass at the last lock in all the stress of what was going on with the water in the engine bay. I'm sad. At least we've got a spare windlass, but it's a bit big.
We're a couple of locks down now, and we don't seem to be taking on any more water, which is good. I think that probably was the weed hatch, because I did check it a couple of times when we got here. Got to the last spot. So yeah, tough to say. I think I'm going to get hold of the centre line because there's a boat coming up, so which kind of suits us. But I'm just gonna keep hold of the centre line. Yeah, Emmy can't find her windlass, and I think that's just a little bit of the icing on the cake. So I think she wants to go up, run back and see if she can find the windlass, and I guess I'll keep heading down to the next lock. Who knows?
It was all worth it coming back, because there's a big giant boat just in front of lock 71, and they had found my favourite windlass. I have it back, so it's worth running back 2 locks, 3 locks. Stu's up on the other side of lock 73. Hopefully he's okay. But it was all worth it, because our other windlass is too long for me to use. My arms are too short. That's not running. So I got to the lock I left Stu at. He was nowhere to be found, and I've just seen a WhatsApp from him saying he's at the next lock. Not sure how far that is, so a bit more of a walk / run for me, but it's quite pretty. There we are. Annie's in sight.
Victory! Yeah, it's that water bottle on there is water. I'm gonna go set up the lock, just because Emmy's now come back. She's got her windlasses, all's well. Engine bay seems alright still. So yeah, let's see.
So I just ran from here back to here, and then with both windlasses down to here. And that's all just on coffee. I've just had some water. Stu's setting up the next lock. Oh, look at that colour.
Reunited.
My favourite. The water in the engine this morning was terrifying. I thought we might be about to lose our home, but I think we're feeling quite confident that the lid wasn't quite screwed on tightly enough for the weed hatch. And I'm actually really enjoying this cruise now. Like, we keep repetitively checking the engine. So far so good, and it's just such a beautiful day. It's very pretty here, but the sun is setting soon. We haven't quite made it to the water point we were hoping to make it to. There's some old lock gates being benches, I think.
That's an underground train, that is. finally made it to London.
Sort of.
Here's the bollard for the lock landing that we're half on. After months of getting angry with people for mooring on lock landings and on the end of service landings and things, we are now those people. But it was just getting too dark. So we're going to, once the tank's full, well, obviously once the tank's full, in the morning is what I mean, we're going to set an alarm for quite early. We're going to get up and we're going to try and get away quite early and get a spot. Probably won't be very far, a couple of 100 metres that way probably.
Good morning, it's Sunday morning. We're up really early because last night we arrived just as the sun had gone down at the water point at, where are we? Watford?
Yeah. Croxley.
Croxley. So by the time the water tank had filled, it was properly dark. And we had moored up because there was just enough space to sort of moor, but we're just slightly overlapping the lock landing / water point, like one of the bollards. So we decided to set an early alarm and move this morning. So that's why we're up so early on a Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to just fill up the water tank again.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah, because we both showered and that. And then we're going to set off. We're not going to go very far. We're only going to go down like probably 2 locks and about 1.5 miles maybe. But then it cuts down and then I think we'll do a services run on foot today, and then I think we're just going to chill for the rest of the day.
I've got a lot of drawing to do, but I do find that quite relaxing.
You've got a lot of drawing to do. I might go do a shop because we really need some food for the week.
And we're going to decorate our Christmas tree. Get the decorations out. Don't know how it'll be. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to...
we've got some mince pies as well that we could snack upon while we do so.
And we're feeling... Oh, have we? I didn't even know about the mince pies. But yeah, we're feeling better about what happened yesterday with the flooding in the engine bay, because we're pretty sure now, aren't we?
Yeah.
That the weed hatch lid wasn't screwed on tight enough. Like, it was on. Stu had thought it was closed, but when he did check it, he could screw it just a little bit more, and a lot of water was all around the weed hatch. And we kept paranoidly checking throughout the cruise yesterday, and everything was fine. So, touch wood.
Yeah, the problem is because it's so rusted and pitted around the top, it's not making a great seal, so you have to do it really, really tight. And even then, there's still a residual amount of water coming in. So I might see if I can do something about that this week, but I am wondering if maybe in the long term we want to just get that professionally done, because don't want to sink that boat.
Yeah, it was scary, but such it was a really nice cruise actually in the end. Once we checked a few times and no more water was coming in.
Really tight in some parts and windy. Some of those like really sharp turns going under a bridge, like I was going slow anyway because I was worried about Annie flooding again. But if we'd have been going a little bit like uncautiously, we could have easily got ourselves in trouble.
Sorry, I'm distracted because we reheated this coffee and it's disgusting.
I think I always overheat it slightly. I think also reheated coffee is kind of grim.
This is anyway.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so now we're wasting time, so let's top up the water tank and get going.
Just doing the water tank again. Shouldn't take much, but yeah, we both showered last night. While I did enjoy the cruise yesterday after the hijinks, I didn't sleep great last night, and when I did sleep, I sort of woke up having dreamt about, like, the boat being half sunk, or, like, I specifically had a dream. I think Emmy's using the water. I specifically had a dream where I woke up and the boat was like, the back end of the boat was underwater. So yeah, I guess it's fair to say stuff was playing on my mind a bit. We bumped into some subscribers this morning on Narrowboat Pinocchio? I think he said Pinocchio. I'm really bad with names. Anyway, we bumped into some subscribers this morning. They were lovely. So we've just paused for a bit because the fuel boat is working this morning. So we're going to get some fuel. And we're going to wait for, because the lock's currently set down, the people who we bumped into this morning are going to come up. So we said we'd just wait for them to come up and then we'd set off, because then it means the lock's in our favour as well and we don't have to fill the lock up for no reason.
Might have found a mooring spot.
There might be Armco anyway. We've made it to Croxley. We're about 10-15 minutes walk from the station. We found a nice little spot with Armco. It's a little shallow, but we're pretty much in, which is nice. It's right opposite where I used to work, which is freaky. And there's a Morrison's like 20 minutes walk away, Tesco's half an hour walk away. It should be a good spot. We're only here for a week, but I think it should be good. It's also really wide. It feels like you could almost pitch around just in here.
Oh god.
You right?
Oh, I just imagined my boots are full of baby spiders. I've already got clubs in it.
Emmy just imagined her boots are full of baby spiders. Toilet's done. Apparently the bins are kept elsewhere. Apparently they're kept in like a car park over the back there, which is a little mad, because there's no signposts to say that they're not kept here, but someone's just told me, so I'm going to go find the bins. Of course I forgot my British Waterways key, so thank you to the kind person that unlocked the Elson for me. Where? At the Elson point, there's nothing. There's nothing to tell you where the bins are. Definitely don't say, check the car park behind the Premier Inn. But now we get to do the best part of the weekend. It's December. We're going to put up the Christmas decorations, watch mince pies, and watch stupid films.
It's a good time to video me. Wish we had a...
Are they under those paint rollers?
Yeah, looks it.
Oh no, wait, isn't this it? Is it this one?
I don't know.
Oh no, I think you're right. Okay. Woohoo!
This is our Christmas tree. Emmy is pulling the branches out. That chemistry box was Emmy's dad's when he was a boy, that we keep our Christmas decorations in.
I don't know why it's so funny.
If you're wondering, this is what we're laughing at. I like the colours. Kind of reminds me of like Christmas in the 90s.
Nah, if we were Christmas in the 90s, we'd need those dangling foil decorations.
Oh yeah, I'd love to get some of them.
The hospital canteen is full of them at the moment.
Oh.
It's Sunday evening. We've just done our sad little Christmas decorations, but it's made us
How
really
dare
happy.
you?
They're well loved childhood decorations, but and Stu's made a reindeer out of bits of wood he found on the towpath.
They've
I love
hopefully
it.
seen the videos if they made the cut. And you know, obviously now he's wrapped in mini lights. We are going to eat mince pies, drink tea, and watch the best Christmas film of all time, Arthur Christmas.
Thank you so much for watching. Let us know your favourite Christmas film down below. And next week in video release time, it's going to be Christmas Day. So I think we'll see you in 2 weeks. But hope to see you then. And thanks again for watching. Bye. Merry Christmas.